Hannah. It's nice to see you again.
It's been a long time.
It has. So what's been going on?
I mean, there's a lot going on, but one of my friends just started dating this new guy, and I don't really know how I feel about it.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your friend to start with?
Well, her name is Brandy, and we were best friends all throughout college.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like maybe a reason why I'm feeling a little like kind of anti this person is just because I haven't seen her a lot since I moved back to Nashville last year. So she's really fun. She's super obnoxious, more obnoxious than I am. So that's pretty crazy to think about. But just very like passionate about a lot of things. Very like kind of hippie / hipster.
Okay.
Like I guess. But yeah, really fun and like just like kind of energetic and off the walls. And yeah, I hate to like she was my best friend, but she's kind of more of a hey, how you doing person now because we just kind of lost touch. But
yeah, you can grow apart.
Yeah.
Now, so what is it about this relationship that?
She posts it on social media all the time, and it kind of gets to the point where you're just like come on, like this is a little too much. Like, do you not realize how cheesy and annoying this is to everyone else in the world? I don't know. But I also I don't know. I could just see her with like a different, I guess like type of guy. I don't really know. It's an interesting pairing. Is probably the best way to describe it.
So do you find it more irritating that she's posting it on Facebook or that they're in a relationship?
That's a really good question. I honestly, wow, this is going to get real deep real fast. I think I am kind of irritated, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, it's irritating just to like kind of see it a lot, but then I also feel like it's kind of the relationship itself. I'm just kind of like, you're with him? Like, never would have put two and two together. So, but yeah, it's kind of, I'd say it's like 70% irritating, 30% strange relationship.
Okay.
Maybe 60-40.
Okay.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
So what is it about him and the relationship?
Well, he lives in New Orleans, so that's like 10 hours away from here, which I'm kind of like in awe. Like that's super long distance, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really, really interesting. He's like really quiet, which it's like two extremes because she's like loud and all over the place, and he's kind of like. But I've only met him once. Maybe that's just why I kind of viewed that as. Maybe that's how I didn't mean to like judge or anything, but
First impressions.
Yeah, but I don't know. We're just like. I think just via social media, how I've seen it has just been kind of like, weird, okay, like, I don't know. I feel like I just sound like a really terrible friend right now. Let's see.
No, I don't think you should be shaming yourself about being a terrible friend. I think it's normal for everyone to get irritated when people overpost things on social media like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just curious as to what it is about him. Like, is it just that they're so different, or because sometimes opposites attract?
Yeah.
So is it just that you don't think it's a good pairing?
I mean, I don't want to say it's not because I don't know him well enough to like make that decision. Just from what I can see, it's kind of strange. But I just feel like I'm being very judgmental, and I really don't need to be because I haven't been a part of her life in a long time anyway, you know? So kind of like you're helping me figure out my stuff there, Bethany. But yeah, I don't really know. I think it's just, maybe it's not even just him, it's just the like overabundance of everyone, look at me and my boyfriend, blah, 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 look at us doing these fun things, blah, 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 and just kind of gets put, okay, no, we don't have to post about it, you know, sometimes.
Okay.
But,
Okay. Do you think part of it could be that you miss having that close friendship with her, and it's like a constant reminder that she's spending time with other people?
yeah.
Okay.
That honestly could be it. I mean, I tried really hard, like when I first moved back, to spend time with her. I don't really know what happened. Like I was gone for a year, and we were really good communication. Like I came to visit last November, and she like threw this like welcome back party for me and everything. We were super super close, and then like after I left, like kind of lost contact, which is really weird. And so, and then when I moved back, like I've seen her maybe like 3 times in almost the past year, which is kind of sad. And I don't know, I might just be a little bit bitter just because she's like making all this time for him when like, I mean, they like just started dating, so I shouldn't like compare, but it's like I invited you to like my birthday party and you decided to go to a concert that you got invited to last minute instead. So like, I don't know, I think I'm just kind of like generally hurt, and so kind of like I'm being a social worker. I'm being a social worker right now, and I apologize to myself. But I don't know that I've kind of like taken that like frustration towards just not having her be in contact with me is kind of turning into like your life, because
you're projecting it a little bit.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Like knowing that
it's kind of crazy. You don't realize it until you talk about it, which is kind of really strange. But I don't know. But I don't know, because I understand why I'm projecting it, because I am kind of hurt and upset. But it's also gets to the point where it's like I tried really hard for a couple of months and you never reciprocated anything. So then I was like, okay, well, if you want to hang out with me, you let me know, because I'm done trying.
Yeah.
You know? So, but now I feel like a bad friend for not trying to try. But then again, I don't want to try in a friendship where it's me doing all the work and they're not reciprocating or wanting to actually spend time with me. So.
And I hear you on that. Like that makes complete sense to me. But can we talk a little bit more about why you feel like you're a bad friend? For feeling irritated and for not really wanting to keep opening up and making yourself vulnerable, asking her to do things.
I don't know. I don't know, because I just feel like I'm kind of making like a fool out of myself, so I keep trying and I keep getting shot down. So it's like, why do I want to keep trying if they don't want to try back? You know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
But
how does that make you a bad friend in your mind?
Well, I don't think it necessarily makes me a bad friend. It's just, well, I mean, maybe it does, but I feel like if it was to quote unquote make me a bad friend, that would make me like kind of think more about I don't know, I'm kind of confused. I've confused myself. Ask me again or something.
Okay. When you were talking about feeling like a bad friend because you were irritated with her for all of these things.
Yes.
And for reaching out. Like, what is it that you're doing that you think makes you a bad friend?
Well, I don't think I'm necessarily doing anything.
Okay.
Because I think it's all just like personal, like things that I'm thinking of myself, and so it's not necessarily being projected onto the actual friendship.
It's all internal.
Yeah, and it's more like my personal feelings, which then I think in turn makes me think I'm being a bad friend, even though I'm not disclosing any of it.
And that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, why are you telling yourself that?
Because I don't like to think poorly of people, and then when I start to, then I feel like I'm being, it's like not a kind human being, I guess, and like not, like I'll get mad at myself for like not being like genuinely like kind and like have like good feelings towards people.
Okay.
I guess I try really hard to like find the good in others, but when I find the crappy things, then I'm like, oh, I'm a horrible person for thinking about that about them. I'm the worst. But we all have feelings, so I shouldn't really be putting myself down for opinions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't want you to be harder on yourself than you have to be, because it sounds like you've really put a lot of effort into this friendship and trying to like maintain contact and communication. And so if it doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that you're a bad friend. I mean,
I did what I could.
Yeah.
So
So don't internalize those messages of you should do more, you should reach out more.
yeah. I just don't know if I should do more, because but I don't want to like let go of something that was so close to me for so long, even though I kind of have let go. So.
Yeah. It's kind of a grieving process to let go of close relationships like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, we're good. Cool. I mean, that was a good talk. That was a good talk. I mean, probably plenty more, but
Yeah.
I think our time is up. So I'll
Yes,
see you
sir.
next time.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.